My name is Caitlin McMurtry. I am a certified fertility awareness and reproductive health educator and a graduate of the Journey of Young Women Mentoring Girls training. As a fertility awareness educator, I teach grown adults how their fertility and how their cycles work. The comment that I hear most often is, "I wish I had known this when I was a teenager." And that comment really motivated me to become a mentor for young people, because I want to teach young people all about how their cycles work. All young people who menstruate deserve to have cycle literacy, and this is what I am here to talk with you about today. I have a lovely presentation prepared, all about cycle literacy. Cycle literacy. What is cycle literacy? It simply means understanding your menstrual cycle, the how, the where, the when, and the why. Unfortunately, the menstrual cycle, which is a basic essential function for half the world's population, is given little value, and the information that young people get about their cycles rarely goes deeper than, you can use pads or tampons, your cycles are 28 days long, ovulation happens on day 14, and there's nothing you can do about horrible PMS or cramps, periods just suck and that's how it is. Well, not only are those facts incorrect, the negative attitude isn't helping. We can do much better than this. What do youth gain from cycle literacy? They understand that their cycles are meant to be healthy and manageable, not painful and difficult. They know what's normal and what's not. They know simple, effective ways to treat discomforts. They can observe the signs of impending ovulation and menstruation. They know what feels best for their own body and can honor their needs. They understand how things happen, why and when, leading to greater peace of mind and self-confidence. Here are 3 ways that adults can support cycle literacy in young people. Number 1, get cycle literate yourself. Number 2, treat menstruation normally. And 3, talk about the value of the menstrual cycle. And we'll detail each of these a little bit more. Number 1, get cycle literate yourself. You can know the basics of how the cycle works. Youth really need accurate information from sources they can trust, so you can plant the seeds of information with personal stories, books, and conversation. Of course, this is not a one-time talk, but rather an ongoing dialogue. Number 2, treat menstruation normally. Create a welcoming, open environment at home and in the family to talk about menstruation and all body issues comfortably. When young people understand that it's okay to talk about things like periods and ovulation and fertility and all the rest at home with their families as normally as they would talk about any other body function, they're greatly helped to feeling at home in their bodies. Number 3, talk about the value of the menstrual cycle. Cycles are a huge part of our overall health because they produce hormones. Hormones make our bones strong, keep our minds sharp, and protect us from disease. We need menstrual cycles just like the earth, plants, and animals need the seasons. So when young people understand that cycles are a good thing, they're much less likely to feel ashamed or embarrassed to learn more and to ask questions. So those are just 3 suggestions that I have for how you can bring more cycle literacy into the lives of young people that you know. Now, here are 3 specific examples of some cycle literacy that I think all young people should know. Number 1, menstruation is a sign of good health. Number 2, irregular cycles are normal for young people. And number 3, ovulation, not at menstruation, is the main event of the cycle, and you can tell when it happens. So each of these in a little more detail. Menstrual cycles are a sign of good health. Having cycles is proof that the body is in good working order and that plenty of hormones are being made. Hormones are incredibly important for overall physical and mental well-being. And I want to clarify that these benefits of our hormones are not available when a person takes synthetic hormones such as the birth control pill, the shot, the ring, the patch, the Mirena and Skyla IUDs, etc. Number 2, irregular cycles are normal for young people. The cycle is like an orchestra that has to learn to play together. And it takes a few years for that orchestra to be able to make beautiful music. So why do irregular cycles happen? It's because ovulation is irregular. Ovulation is really the key that drives the rest of the cycle. It causes our hormones to be made. It's the thing that makes us menstruate. It's very common for adolescents to not always ovulate or to go many weeks or months where the body is trying to ovulate, but until ovulation happens, menstruation can't happen. So when someone says, my period is late, what that really means is that ovulation is late. So it's really helpful for young people to understand that the entire cycle is kind of conducted by ovulation. So it's normal, fine, and healthy for young people to have irregular and out of sync cycles because their orchestra is learning to play. Number 3, ovulation, not menstruation, is the main event of the cycle, and yes, you can tell when it happens. Without ovulation, there would be no menstruation, as we just learned. And just like you can tell when you're menstruating by the bright red flow, you can tell when you're about to ovulate by the clear flow. All young people with a cycle deserve to know how to recognize this flow and to know that it indicates fertility and impending ovulation, not an infection or something to worry about. We call this special substance cervical fluid, and it only exists when the body is getting ready to ovulate. So ovulation is the big event of the cycle, and with a little skill and practice and teaching, it becomes easy to identify, just like menstruation is easily identifiable. So those are 3 examples of cycle literacy that I think all young people should know. Like I said, the menstrual cycle is a basic and essential part of being human for half the world's population. Cycle literacy is a basic life skill, just like reading or writing, cooking, or tying your shoes. With encouragement and resources, young people can get this information, this education that will serve them their whole lives. Here are some resources if you'd like to learn more. And there are many, many books on this subject. This is just a very brief sample. So I will stop the presentation now. So that's a brief introduction to cycle literacy. I hope that you are inspired and curious and want to learn more and might try a few of the suggestions that I gave for starting to plant the seeds of cycle literacy in young people that you know, and even for yourself. This is very powerful information for all cycling people to have, whether you are 14 years old or 44 years old. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.